The three communiques are a collection of three joint statements made by the governments of the United States and China. The story goes back to 1971 when former U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger made his first visit to China, opening a new chapter in China-U.S. relations. Kissinger met with Zhou Enlai, where the then Chinese premier expressed his hopes for improved bilateral ties. This trip paved the way for the groundbreaking of the 1972 meeting between then Chinese Chairman Mao Zedong and U.S. President Richard Nixon, ending 23 years of diplomatic isolation and mutual hostility. At the conclusion of this trip, China and the U.S. signed the Shanghai Communique, the first communique between the two sides. In the document, both nations pledged to work toward the full normalization of diplomatic relations. The U.S. stated they acknowledged that all Chinese on either side of the Taiwan Strait maintain there is but one China and that Taiwan is a part of China. Both sides agreed to respect each other's national sovereignty and territorial integrity, and the two nations agreed to take action against any country establishing hegemony in the Asia-Pacific. The second communique was an achievement of then U.S. President Gerald Ford's visit to China in December 1975. Known as a joint communique on the establishment of diplomatic relations, this document formally announces the commencement of normal relations between the two nations. In doing so, the U.S. again acknowledged China's position that there is but one China and Taiwan is part of China. In addition, Washington also declared it would end formal political relations with Taiwan, and both sides reaffirmed their wish to reduce the risk of international conflict. On January 1, 1979, China and the U.S. officially opened their diplomatic relations at the ambassadorial level. In the same year, at the invitation of then U.S. President Jimmy Carter, then Chinese leader Deng Xiaoping's first visit to Washington raised bilateral ties to a new level. The two governments issued the third communique on August 17, 1982. This document reaffirmed the desire of both sides to further strengthen economic, cultural, educational, scientific, and technological ties. Both sides also reaffirmed the statements made about the Taiwan issue in the previous communique. Washington declared its intent to gradually decrease its sale of arms to Taiwan. The three joint communiques built the bilateral foundations between the two sides. 高一鸣 CGTN